Hi, my name's Ben. I'm one of the senior counsellors here at APM WorkCare. I'm here today to talk to you around I Do OK Day, some tips, tools and strategies you can use at home, at work and with your friends. One of the most important things about I Do OK Day this year is to prep you to have conversations throughout the year with family, friends, colleagues, loved ones and others. One of the key focuses is to address the barrier that 1 in 5 Australians will meet diagnostic category for a serious mental health condition, a lifelong condition in any given year. Take that a step further, what becomes very frightening is that in the family environment, 33% of teenagers will seriously contemplate taking their own life in the next 12 months, a stat that's on the rise in Australian households. Now, when you look at the willingness to get treatment, one of the main problems we have in this country is the level of stigmatization around mental health. Looking at that, an even more frightening statistic is only 50% of Australians will seek support and professional help for a mental health condition in their lifetime. So what can you do? Well, the first step is to focus on actually recognizing what low mental health looks like. Luckily, it tends to be very consistent signs. You start to see people struggling to cope with daily activities. A colleague might be struggling to finish a task, might be struggling to focus in a meeting, might seem a bit vague when they're talking to you. The next point would be people are quite quick to become frustrated, irritable, they can become quite reactive. You tend to see that with friends and in the home environment where people are more relaxed. Finally, you'll see a breakdown in their day-to-day function. So you might have a friend who's not coming to sport, training, or the gym anymore. Your kid at home might be struggling to sleep, their diet might fluctuate, they might be taking more sick leave from school, they might be complaining of stomach cramps a lot more frequently. Basically, anything that seems out of line is a red flag to have a conversation. Now, how to have a conversation? The most important thing you can do is validate the person. Take away that stigma by really simply using language like that's a very normal way to feel. I understand why you might be feeling that way, or hey, when I went through a similar experience, this is how I was left feeling as well. The next most important part is listen. You may not understand, and that's fine, and frankly, very normal. One of the key points though is making the other person feel heard. So if you're in doubt about how to do that, repeat back some of the things they said. So just to make sure what you're saying is you're having trouble sleeping because you're stressed at work. That's a really normal way to be left feeling, mate. Finally, one of the best things you can do is direct the person to professional support. Look at internal resources and think about referrals to a GP by asking questions. Have you spoken to your doctor about this? Have you reached out to anyone else about this? I think that could be a good idea. Thank you very much for having me. I'm Ben.